We talk about birds. Good afternoon, everybody. We have a fascinating story today about birds, exotic birds, and apparently not good with the neighbors. For those of you who don't know me, my name is John Schenk, and I am the founder and managing broker of Deerwood Realty in St. Louis, Missouri. We're a boutique brokerage, real estate brokerage, and we represent buyers and sellers, and all sorts of things. On our YouTube channel, we talk about neighbors, HOAs, developments, real estate gone wrong, stuff like that. And so if that's something you'd be interested in, you should probably subscribe. Smash the subscribe button. Or just visit our channel, Deerwood Realty STL, on YouTube. Also, you could subscribe to the podcast, which is fantastic. Then you can take me on the road. So let's get into it. I'm going to do that, and we've got Sacramento County resident. What is the headline? Because it's not good. I can't see it. Okay, goodness. Sacramento County resident says neighbor's exotic backyard bird cries incessantly. Yes. The bird is a problem. And you wouldn't think that. I've never heard of a bird causing an issue, but I will link the story in the description below, and there is audio for the bird, and it is quite amazing. And so I just wanted to go through the story with you real quick. I had some thoughts. I had some questions. So one, the neighbor has an exotic bird that cries incessantly. The bird cries for hours at a time. Now, it's bad. I heard it. It's bad. The bird used to be kept inside, but now it's kept outside in a tent. And I got to thinking, I wonder why. I'm sure it's the weather. I'm sure the bird likes to be outside in the good weather. It can't possibly be because the bird's very, very annoying. And so then the neighbor, who's annoyed, went and talked to the bird owner. And I was just curious about how that conversation went. Like, what do? Do you go up there? Hey, man, your bird's kind of annoying. Could you, could you get rid of it? And then, how is that different than a barking dog? And in a larger cases, what do you sign up for when you move into a neighborhood? I mean, if we're in the middle of the country, this bird's not an issue, not causing any problem. Neither is the dog. But when you live so close and the set-asides are so close to your neighbors, should you just expect to be annoyed in your backyard? And, I don't think you should, but whatever. So the fellow's like, hey, can you do something about the bird noise? Neighbor doesn't do anything about the bird noise, so he goes to the municipality. And the municipality came out and they said, hey, great news. The bird is in wonderful shape and there's nothing that they can do. But there is a law against habitual animal noise, and you just need to file a complaint. So calling animal control and telling them about this, having them come out there and take a look at this isn't enough to take care of the problem as far as the paperwork. You still have to file a complaint. And it's considered the same as like a barking dog. And so you might be wondering, how bad is this noise? And it's so bad that a neighbor on another street can hear it and says when it starts, it's just terrible. So that got me thinking, went to a dark place. Let's assume our neighbor now kills the bird. He says, I've had enough, takes a gun, just shoots the bird. The article in the newspaper would be like, crazy neighbor kills bird. And we'd all look down on the guy for killing the bird. Or you could have a gobble the turkey situation where the animal control comes, shoots the bird, and then misses or just wings it, and then decides to take out a knife and stab it repeatedly in front of neighbors. So this is not a good situation. And then what would be the solution? How would these neighbors live in peace? Would you put the bird back in the house? In 2 of the exotic pet cases we've seen, the animals are left outside. So Gabby the monkey, who got free and bit a bunch of people, she was in an outside cage, and now this bird here is in a cage. It looks like it's on top of a trampoline with like trash bags around it. So, like, I'm not anti-exotic pet. I think if you want to have an ocelot, by all means, have an ocelot. But, there has to be some recognition that if you have these exotic animals that can kill other people or potentially kill other people, or that can make noises that no one wants to live next to, like maybe you should choose a pet that's less annoying. So for example, what if you got like a rabbit and you had it inside? Then you're not annoying all your neighbors. And then if you said, you know what, I really, really need this exotic bird, then maybe move to a rural space. Okay? So there's a solution in the sense that, like, you just have to make good decisions, in my opinion. Now, do you have a right to have an annoying animal in your backyard on private property? I guess. But if everyone took that stance in a neighborhood, they'd be killing each other. Everyone would be just murdering each other. So it's a problem. And then what I did think was, what about HOA? Is this the one case where being in an HOA actually really, really helps? Because maybe there's a rule against exotic birds that make noises in the middle of the night and all day long for hours. I mean, I can understand, every once in a while, but for hours it would just be terrible. Is that a reason to live, in a place with an HOA? I don't know. It's really weird. I don't advocate laws against, exotic pets, but there's got to be some understanding. Like, we're all getting packed into these subdivisions or in urban areas, and you can't just do your own thing without thinking about your neighbors. Or if you do, you just make it a living hell for everyone. And maybe that's what your goal is, but it's probably not the goal of the people that decided to live there in the first place. So just keep that in mind. Again, not a long video today, but just like work with me and help me figure this stuff out. Like, maybe some of you think that I'm totally wrong on this. Maybe you think maybe I'm right. I don't know. I'd love to hear it. If you have a neighbor story, if you have a story about a bad real estate deal where you think the agent was just incompetent, you should probably send me an email at media@deerwoodrealtystl.com or give me a call at 314-274-3964. I really, really want to hear your stories. It's very strange to me. I can walk down the street. I can talk to my friends. Everyone has a story about an HOA that's gone crazy. Everyone's got a story about a neighbor that's nuts. But I've got this podcast. I've got 22 subscribers now, okay? You would think that somebody would call in. I mean, one of my videos got like 800 views. So please, use me. Use me as a resource. Let's figure this stuff out together. That's all I have for today. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.